Hello friends, welcome to Kamat Astrology. Today's topic is big global recession. What planetary combinations indicate a big global recession? So we have analyzed past planetary positions where global recessions took place, and we will see what these patterns were, and do the planetary positions now also indicate if a big global recession is coming up. So in this video, we will explore different time periods when major recessions have happened across the world, and we will try to arrive at a conclusion as to which planetary positions bring about a global recession. Now, there were several global recessions during 1974-1975. There was a global recession. During 1984-1985 there was a global recession. Then after 1998 there was a global recession. In the year 2006-2007 there was a global recession. After COVID also, years 2020-2021 saw many people losing their jobs. And currently on 24th March 2024 also, from that time onwards, a big global recession will start, is what we are seeing through the charts. I will explain why this is so. Let us have a look at the top left chart of May 1975. Now in this chart, you can see one thing. Saturn is with Venus. Saturn is putting its 10th aspect on Jupiter. Sun is also with Ketu. Now, what is Saturn actually? Saturn indicates work or karma. Venus indicates luxury, indicates wealth. And Jupiter is the Jeev Karaka. Jupiter indicates higher knowledge, wisdom, expansion. Jupiter is also the Karka for wealth. So whenever Jupiter is restricted, Venus is restricted, or they are in a malefic influence, a recession starts. So if Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct together, if Jupiter and Saturn are mutually aspecting each other, or if Saturn is aspecting Jupiter, or Saturn is with Ketu, or Jupiter is with Ketu, or Jupiter is in trines with Ketu, even then a recession happens. So in a recession, the economy contracts and many people lose their daily livelihood, their jobs. So if you see in May 1975, during that period, Saturn was with Venus. Saturn was also aspecting Jupiter, and Sun was conjunct Ketu. Sun is also representing the government, the authority, and this is happening in the sign of Taurus. You can see Sun present with Mercury and Ketu in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is the sign which is the natural second house in the zodiac, which represents the wealth and economy. So even when the Taurus sign is afflicted, the economy suffers in a big way. The next time period was around 1984-1985. So if you see around September 22nd, 1984, again Saturn is with Venus in the sign of Libra and putting the third aspect on Jupiter in his own sign. And you can see Ketu is with Mars. Sun is also in Virgo. So in this case also you can see Saturn is afflicting both the gurus, that is Venus as well as Jupiter. Now, although Saturn is a friend of Venus, Saturn's nature is such that whenever it goes with any planet, it contracts the significations related to that planet. So, Venus signifies wealth, Venus signifies luxuries, and Saturn signifies obstructions, hurdles, limitations, and boundaries. Now, look at the chart on 22nd January 1991. Now, 1991 was the year when India faced a great economic crisis. Its foreign reserves were almost exhausted. It was also the year when liberalization policies came into place. Before that, there were a lot of restrictions. There was the license Raj in India. So, if you see this chart on 22nd January 1991, again Saturn is with Venus and Sun. So, Venus and Sun are badly afflicted. Saturn and Jupiter are mutually aspecting each other. Jupiter is with Ketu in the sign of Cancer. Now, when Jupiter is with Ketu, Jupiter also signifies the metal gold. And India's gold reserves were also completely exhausted during this time period. So, this was also a time when there was a global recession, that is from 1988 to 1991, there was a global recession. Now, let us go to the next chart on 15th October 2007. Now, this was also a time when there was a global recession, but in this case, Saturn was with Venus and Ketu. And Jupiter was in the natural 8th house of Scorpio with the moon. So, this also created a financial crisis. Now, if you see the period after 24th March 2024, the last chart, you can see that during this time span, there will also be a lunar eclipse on 25th March 2024, and Saturn, Mars and Venus are together, and Saturn is putting third aspect on Jupiter. Jupiter is also afflicted by Uranus here. So, this period from 24th March 2024 is likely to bring a great global recession. You can see that in this time, Sun and Mercury are also afflicted by Rahu. So, this is the time just around the lunar eclipse, and this lunar eclipse will signify the start of a very big global recession in the times ahead. Now, which regions will this global recession affect? This global recession will affect the regions of US, Canada, Netherlands, Germany, France, Sweden. So, all these countries will mainly be affected by a big recession after 24th March 2024. The events will build up slowly, but they will lead towards a big global recession very soon. Now, what about India? In India also the global recession will show its effect, but not to a very large extent, because Jupiter is moving into the sign of Taurus after mid-April, and Jupiter is the Karka for expansion. It is also India's ascendant. So, India, though it will be impacted by the recession, it will not be as big an impact as it is happening in the European countries, in US or the other neighboring countries. Now, I want you to understand which patterns are creating the global recession. First is conjunction and opposition of Saturn or Jupiter or Jupiter and Saturn conjunct with each other, or Saturn simultaneously aspecting Venus and Jupiter, or Saturn being with Venus and aspecting Jupiter, conjunction of Saturn or Jupiter with Ketu, or Ketu in trines, that is 159 from Saturn and Jupiter. These combinations create global recessions. Currently, what is happening is Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius, Jupiter is in the sign of Aries. And in the month of March, Venus joins Saturn. So now Saturn is conjunct Venus as well as aspecting Jupiter, and that indicates the world economy will slow down. Why? Because Aries is the first sign in the zodiac belt. It is the sign which represents quickness, it is the sign which represents individuality. And when Jupiter receives Saturn's aspect, Venus is also under Saturn's control. It shows the world economy slowing down. Now, around 1st May 2024, Jupiter will be in Taurus and Ketu will be in Virgo till 18th May 2025, which means that Jupiter is in trine with Ketu. And therefore, that period will also extend the recession further. After 29th March 2025, Saturn and Rahu will come in conjunction in the sign of Pisces. Ketu will be in Virgo. Virgo is the natural 6th house of the zodiac belt. So this period after 29th March 2025 indicates a period when lot of jobs will go away from the Western economy. When I say Western economy, I refer to US, Canada, Netherlands and other European countries such as Germany and France. Now, if you see the period from 3rd June 2027 to 19th October 2027, Saturn will enter the sign of Aries. Aries is the sign of quickness. Saturn will completely slow down the significations of Aries, which means there will be a slowdown in business and major wars will happen in this time. Now, from December 5th, 2026 to June 22nd, 2028, Ketu will be in the zodiac sign of Cancer or Kark. And from 25th January 2027 to 25th June 2027, Jupiter will also be in the sign of Cancer. And so that indicates a conjunction of Jupiter and Ketu. And this means complete loss of jobs, destruction of lives due to war, and a complete full-blown depression. So this will happen after 2026. So definitely those who are residing abroad, especially Indians residing abroad, you should now plan to come back to India at least by the mid of 2025, because Europe will go into a complete chaos very soon. Large scale wars will also happen, and the planetary combinations clearly show a major recession coming up. As I mentioned earlier, India will still be a better place. Though India will see the impacts of global recession, jobs will also be lost in India, but the impact will not be as bad as it is in European countries. So if you are an Indian residing abroad, definitely around the mid of 2025 is when you should think of returning back to India or going to any other destination of your choice away from Europe. Slowly you will see major banks in Europe failing and breaking down. So friends, that's all from my end. If you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. To know more about us, visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. For any queries, you can write to us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. So friends, thanks a lot. Bye. Take care. Stay safe and take care of your families.